Welcome to the United Kingdom, where the morning mist still lingers and sunlight slips gently through the clouds. This isn't just a country, it's a journey through time, blending the modern with the ancient. The UK is a union of 4 nations, each with its own soul. From the ancient castles of Wales to the Scottish Highlands, from England's peaceful villages to the proud traditions of Northern Ireland. The Thames doesn't just divide a city, it tells stories of ancient ships, of a clock tower that echoes through time. London is the beating heart of the UK, where history never sleeps. Cornwall's soft sands, Dover's glowing white cliffs, this is nature's Britain. Raw, unpolished, yet timeless, still echoing the whispers of sea and stone. The UK is built not just from land, but from its people. Afternoon teas, street guitars, smiles in old markets, all weaving together the spirit of this land. Here, the past isn't forgotten. It lives alongside the present. Majestic cathedrals, royal palaces, and the glowing minds of ancient universities, all reminders of a legacy still unfolding. As the morning mist hovers above the Thames, London slowly opens its eyes. The golden light of dawn pours over Tower Bridge as it rises, like the city stretching its arms to welcome every wandering soul. Everything feels still, yet full of promise. No 2 mornings in London are ever the same. Trafalgar Square is more than just a city centre. It's where any journey might begin. People walk by, pigeons flutter into the sky, a violinist plays beside a monument. Each tiny moment becomes part of a living symphony, where past and present blend into something quietly beautiful. As Big Ben's chime echoes through the heart of London, the air seems to pause. People lift their heads, listening to a sound that has resonated for centuries. It's more than a clock, it's the heartbeat of a nation, steady and strong with every passing minute. A red bus glides past Westminster's grand facade like a scene that never grows old. Passengers gaze out the windows at clock towers and ancient buildings, rolling by like pages of an open book. In London, even a simple bus ride can become a journey through memory. Hyde Park is London's green heart, where modern life pauses and people breathe with nature. Children laugh, joggers pass under leafy paths, and an old man reads quietly in the sun. It's not loud, but somehow it leaves a lasting impression. Inside the British Museum, light falls on ancient relics as if they're telling their stories. Statues from Egypt, Rome, Greece, they rest quietly, not as ruins, but as living witnesses of thousands of years. In their silence, we realize the past never truly ends. Camden is where London shows its wildest, most creative soul. Live music plays on street corners, aromas from world cuisines fill the air, and market stalls become tiny museums of street art. Here, you're not just shopping, you're breathing in freedom. As night falls, London sparkles like a dream. The London Eye spins gently in the dark, its lights dancing on the quiet surface of the Thames. There's something deeply personal here, as if the city is whispering secrets just for you. Shropshire, a land that feels like it stepped out of a timeless book. Mist-covered hills, green stretching valleys, and the morning sun gently touching every leaf. Here, nature doesn't shout. It quietly tells stories of a place that never lost its purity. In Shropshire, the countryside resists the pull of time. Thatched roof cottages, mossy stone fences, and endless fields like a soft green quilt. Every path feels like a quiet return to the past, peaceful, simple, and deeply real. Iron Bridge, the world's first iron bridge, marks the birth of the Industrial Revolution. Built in 1779, it doesn't just link two sides of the River Severn, but two eras, nature and machinery, a structure that's both solid and strangely poetic. Ludlow is Shropshire's medieval heart, a small town full of character. Timber-framed houses, winding stone streets, and a Sunday market that still bustles like it did centuries ago. Here, time slows down so you can truly feel every moment. Among the forests of the Wrekin and the hills of Longmynd, Shropshire opens like a living painting. Wind rustles through the oaks, birds sing into the quiet. It's more than just beauty. It's a breath of peace that makes you pause and listen to yourself. What impressed you the most about Cambridge in this video? A. The historic colleges and stunning architecture. B. The vibrant and intellectual student life. C. The peaceful atmosphere by the River Cam. D. Punting through the university landmarks. Drop your answer in the comments below. And don't forget to hit subscribe so you won't miss the next adventure. Stokesay Castle stands like a fairy tale frozen in the fields. Built in the 13th century, it still rises strong and silent, watching time pass by. It's more than just stone and timber, it's living proof of endurance and eternal beauty. As night falls, Shropshire grows quiet and comforting. Moonlight rests on rooftops, and golden window lights flicker like gentle invitations. This is a place where dreams don't shout. They slip softly into your heart. Welcome to Cambridge, where knowledge flows like the River Cam, surrounded by centuries-old colleges. From above, the city unfolds like a map of time. Every stone, every rooftop, whispering a story, waiting to be told. Cambridge is never loud, but always in motion. Students cycle past cobbled streets, gowns fluttering in the autumn breeze as golden leaves fall like the city's quiet breath. It's an academic rhythm, timeless yet full of life. A punting trip on the River Cam is more than relaxing. It's a voyage through history. You drift past iconic colleges and timeless stone bridges, each stroke of the pole carrying you deeper into the poetic world of academia. Inside King's College Chapel, sunlight filters through stained glass windows, painting vibrant scenes on ancient stone floors. The silence is so deep, you can almost hear time passing. This is more than a chapel. It's the soul of Cambridge in art and faith. Within walls lined with books, Cambridge buzzes with quiet energy. Students dive into research, professors teach with calm passion, and every glance reveals a thirst for discovery. Knowledge here doesn't just live in pages, it breathes in every corner. Have you ever dreamed of visiting Cambridge? Or maybe you have a special memory here? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you love journeys like this, don't forget to hit subscribe. We'd love to have you along for our next adventure. As the sun sets, Cambridge quiets like the end of a well-read page. The famed wooden bridge reflects gently on the water, and the last light drifts away. The city seems to whisper to itself and to anyone willing to truly listen. Cambridge nights aren't wild, they're poetic. Beneath soft golden lights, students gather over tea, discussing the cosmos, philosophy, or simply their futures. Nights like this don't just become memories, they shape big dreams. Liverpool wakes beside its historic docks, where even the waves seem to remember the ships that once sailed. Morning light dances on Albert Dock, echoing a golden age of great voyages. The Royal Liver Building stands proudly by the river, a witness to Liverpool's evolution. The city's architecture blends the old with the new, just like its ever-adapting spirit. Liverpool is the birthplace of the Beatles, and the music still plays on. Footsteps pause before the statue of the legendary Four, as if memories are still alive in the present. Anfield is more than a stadium. It's Liverpool's beating heart. When thousands sing, "You'll never walk alone," it's not just a sound, it's something you feel deep inside. In Liverpool's markets, flavors and laughter fill the air. From fresh seafood to warm pastries, this is the city at its most real, welcoming, friendly, and deliciously alive. Liverpool pulses with life. On every corner, there's music, movement, and laughter. Each moment bursts with energy, warm, joyful, and quietly inspiring. Amid the vibrant city, Sefton Park is a soft green pause. Trees, water, and quiet air reveal a different Liverpool, calmer, deeper than you'd expect. As sunset falls on the docks, Liverpool glows in stillness and quiet beauty. The last light shimmers on the river, a promise that someday you'll return. Manchester is known as the birthplace of the Industrial Revolution. From its early textile mills, the city roared to life, where steam, machines, and people together sparked a new era. In the heart of modern Manchester, John Rylands Library stands, majestic like a cathedral of knowledge. Light spills through stained glass, illuminating ancient pages that whisper stories of another age. The Northern Quarter is Manchester's rebellious soul. Graffiti-covered walls, indie cafes, and music pouring from alleyways. Here, art isn't contained. It's alive and bursting with feeling. Manchester Cathedral stands as a symbol of resilience. Through wars, time, and change, it remains, where history and faith walk side by side. The Science and Industry Museum tells Manchester's story from the very beginning. Old machines still move, as if the past never truly left. Old Trafford is more than just a stadium. It's the dream of millions. To Manchester, it stands for belief, loyalty, and the will to reach beyond. The Rochdale Canal was once the lifeblood of industrial Manchester. Today, it's a calm walkway where you can reflect on days when water carried the city's hopes forward. As sunset falls on Albert Square, Manchester reveals itself, timeless and modern. Streetlights glow, footsteps echo, and the city's story quietly continues, day by day. Brighton greets you with pebbles underfoot, gentle waves, and golden sunlight. It's not just a beach, it's a place to let go, to breathe, and let the breeze carry your worries away. Brighton Pier echoes with laughter over the sea. Classic rides, arcade lights, and the smell of fried dough fill the air, a vibrant rhythm full of childhood nostalgia. The Royal Pavilion feels like a palace from a storybook, grand, exotic, blending Indian and Chinese styles. It's a reminder of Brighton's royal days of luxury and escape. The lanes are a charming maze of narrow alleys, artisan shops, and cozy cafes. Every step holds a surprise, as if Brighton is always keeping something new for you to find. From atop the I-360 tower, Brighton unfolds like a living painting. Blue seas, vintage rooftops, and the horizon stretched far beyond. It's the moment you see the whole city in a single view. You can't visit Brighton without trying fish and chips by the sea. The salty breeze, the golden crunch, it's a simple joy that stays with you long after the last bite. Brighton pulses with art, vibrant murals, street music echoing from corners. It's where artists express without fear, and passers-by become part of the moment just by pausing to listen. As the sun dips into the sea, Brighton glows in golden calm. Everything slows, the world softens, and you're left alone with one perfect fleeting moment. Welcome to Cheddar Gorge, a limestone canyon carved by ice and water over millions of years. It's more than a geological wonder. It's a journey into Earth's ancient past. These towering cliffs, rising up to 137 meters, stand like nature's fortress. Every rock layer holds a history of sediment, pressure, and time's unimaginable power. Inside Cheddar Cave lies the Cheddar Man, the oldest complete skeleton of modern humans in Britain. You're walking into a home from humanity's distant beginning. The winding road through the gorge is unforgettable. Whether by car or foot, every bend reveals a scene straight out of a painting. Cheddar is not just a gorge, it's the birthplace of the world-famous cheese. In cool stone caves, wheels of cheddar age slowly, just as they have for centuries. From the top of Cheddar Gorge, the world opens up. Cliffs, forests, and endless skies. It's a moment that reminds you why nature leaves us speechless. Tenby looks like a living painting. Pastel houses, ancient stone walls, and the salty breeze drifting through narrow lanes. A town so charming, even time seems to pause here. 3 golden beaches stretch endlessly side by side. In Tenby, just sitting quietly, listening to the waves, is enough to heal whatever you carry inside. Tenby's old harbour holds bobbing boats and bright-coloured houses. No rush, no noise, just peace and the quiet feeling of coming home. Atop the cliffs, the ruins of Tenby Castle and St. Catherine's Island whisper old tales. Standing here, you feel both the past behind you and the sea's secrets ahead. Along the cobbled streets, you find old bakeries, gift shops, and the soft laughter from seaside cafes. Tenby doesn't rush, and it gently asks you not to either. As sunset falls, Tenby glows in honey gold light. It dances on the waves and rooftops, a memory you'll carry with you long after you've gone. Eilean Donan stands where 3 great lochs meet: Loch Ness, Loch Long, and Loch Alsh. The view is both majestic and poetic, like walking straight into a mythical legend. Eilean Donan means Island of Donan, named after a 6th century saint. This castle blends faith, tradition, and ancient defense into one timeless symbol. The stone bridge to Eilean Donan feels like a path through time. Each step invites you deeper into centuries of stories hidden within its ancient stone walls. Eilean Donan was once a stronghold of Clan MacRae, fierce warriors who defended the Northwest Highlands. Their spirit still lingers in the silence of these ancient halls. The castle was destroyed in 1719 during the Jacobite uprising. Over 200 years later, it was lovingly rebuilt, proving that history, when cherished, can be brought back to life. When the loch is still, the castle reflects like a mirror. Time pauses, and you're left with just the silence, the sky, and the awe that fills your heart. Eilean Donan has starred in films like Highlander and James Bond. The world is not enough. It's more than a landmark, it's a timeless cultural icon. Leaving Eilean Donan, you don't carry souvenirs, you carry emotion. Reverence, silent beauty, and the whispers of the past still echoing in your heart. Welcome to Glasgow, a city that never stands still. Here, music, street art, and grand old buildings all tell the tale of a place constantly reinventing itself. George Square is the historic heart of Glasgow, surrounded by statues and grand architecture. Amid the buzz of city life, the past still speaks here, quietly but clearly. Glasgow Cathedral stands in Gothic grandeur, a rare survivor from medieval times. Light filtering through stained glass takes you back to an ancient sacred world. The University of Glasgow is more than a place of learning. It's a timeless symbol. Its misty courtyards and ancient towers feel like they belong in a fairy tale. The River Clyde was once the industrial heartbeat of Glasgow. Today, it flows past modern bridges, museums, and revived docks, where past and future shake hands. In Glasgow, the walls speak. Street art here is more than colour. It's culture, identity, and that sharp Scottish sense of humour all rolled into one. In a Glasgow pub, you're not just sipping beer, you're tasting the spirit of the city. Guitars play, voices sing, and strangers smile like old friends. All walls come down here. When you leave Glasgow, you don't just remember the sights. You remember the warmth, the realness, the energy. Glasgow doesn't ask to be remembered, but you never forget it. Welcome to Cardiff, the small but vibrant capital of Wales. Here, history, nature, and modern culture blend together like a song full of feeling. In the heart of the modern city, Cardiff Castle stands as a living witness to 2,000 years of history. From Roman fort to Victorian grandeur, every stone tells a tale. Cardiff Bay was once the world's busiest coal port. Today, it's a vibrant waterfront where art, food, and a fresh way of life come together. The Welsh Parliament building, the Senedd, with its glass and wood design, stands for openness, democracy, and the future of a proud nation. Beside Cardiff Castle lies Bute Park, a fairy tale forest in the heart of the city. Leafy paths, birdsong, and the gentle flow of the river bring instant peace. The National Museum Cardiff holds not just Wales's art and history, but a space where children and adults alike come to learn, wonder, and dream. The Welsh language echoes in signs, songs, and in people's hearts. In Cardiff, you don't just hear Welsh, you feel the proud fire behind every word. Leaving Cardiff, you take with you more than photos. You carry the feeling of being welcomed, understood, and inspired. It's a small capital with a lasting impact. Welcome to Inverness, the heart of the Scottish Highlands. With the winding River Ness and misty hills, this is your gateway into a fairy tale world where history and nature breathe together. The River Ness flows through the city like a lifeline. In the morning, locals stroll its paths. By evening, sunlight dances on the water. Everything here moves with the grace of a classical melody. On a small hill, Inverness Castle quietly stands guard. Though rebuilt over time, it remains a symbol of a restless past, where Jacobite uprisings once echoed through the Highland winds. Just 30 minutes from the city, Loch Ness stretches wide and mysterious. While no one has truly seen Nessie, that strange feeling of being watched makes you believe in the impossible. Greig Street Bridge is where you pause and feel the city's rhythm. The water's murmur, soft winds, and glowing reflections create a moment where time seems to stop. Amid modern life, the Victorian market holds on to something timeless. Little stalls, the smell of fresh pastries, and soft laughter make you feel like you've stepped into another century. People in Inverness don't say much, but their eyes are kind. They don't try to impress you. They let you feel it in every nod, every honest smile. Inverness is a place you visit once, but carry forever. Whether it's a quiet afternoon by the river or mist over the loch, you'll remember it like a dream you're not ready to wake from. Welcome to Birmingham, once the industrial heart of England. But today, it's not just about factories and smokestacks. Birmingham is where the past, present, and future walk side by side. Once a small village in the 6th century, Birmingham grew rapidly thanks to metalwork, manufacturing, and the Industrial Revolution. It didn't just transform itself, it helped reshape all of Britain. Did you know Birmingham has more canals than Venice? Once vital routes for transporting coal, steel, and goods, these waterways now offer a peaceful escape right in the heart of the city. In Birmingham, modern glass towers rise beside 12th century churches. This blend doesn't clash, it defines the city. It's bold in innovation, but grounded in deep respect for its roots. Once a medieval market, Bullring is now a vibrant shopping centre with striking architecture and the iconic steel bull, a symbol of Birmingham's ever-evolving spirit. The Birmingham Museum holds the city's memories, from fine art to steam-powered machines. It's where you understand why Birmingham has always been a city of creativity and ambition. Birmingham is one of the most multicultural cities in the UK. Its people come from everywhere, bringing food, music, and languages, shaping a vibrant, colourful community. Its people come from everywhere, bringing food, music, and languages, shaping a vibrant, colourful community. From industrial heart to creative hub, Birmingham never stopped moving forward. Every street holds a story, every structure marks a milestone, and the journey is far from over. Devon is one of the most stunning regions in southwest England. It's where sea, hills, and countryside blend into a vibrant, peaceful landscape. Welcome to the pure essence of English nature. Devon boasts long beaches with golden sands and crystal-clear waters. It's where locals escape each summer to surf, sunbathe, or simply let the sea breeze calm their minds. Coastal villages like Clovelly and Salcombe feel like storybooks. Cobbled paths, white blue houses, and bobbing boats slow time down. They invite you to savor every gentle moment. Dartmoor is more than a national park. It's an ancient wild land of granite rocks, mist, and legends. It inspired Sherlock Holmes's tale, The Hound of the Baskervilles. From the famous Devonshire cream, crab sandwiches, to handcrafted ciders, every taste here reflects the richness of its farms and the freshness of the nearby sea. Castles like Powderham and Berry Pomeroy aren't just majestic, they're full of tales. Here, history isn't just observed, it's something you feel walking beside you. Devon locals embrace a slow life, morning walks by the sea, fresh-baked scones, and warm tea. Days flow gently here, and maybe, just maybe, that's why you'll wish to stay a little longer. Devon doesn't need to shout to be heard. It speaks through simplicity, honesty, and landscapes that make you breathe a little deeper. It's not just a place to visit, it's a place to feel. Welcome to Loch Ness, the legendary lake nestled in the majestic Scottish Highlands. Known for the myth of Nessie, this place enchants with wild, mysterious beauty you have to see to believe. Stretching over 37 kilometers, Loch Ness is wrapped in misty hills and deep, silent waters. In the early morning, the lake is veiled in white fog, turning everything calm, dreamlike, and almost magical. Photos, stories, and expeditions continue, making Nessie part of Loch Ness itself. By the shore of Loch Ness stands Urquhart Castle, a 13th century fortress. From here, you can gaze across the lake, imagine ancient battles, and feel the timeless grandeur echoing through the stones. One of the best ways to experience Loch Ness is by boat. Even without spotting Nessie, you'll encounter deep silence, a sense of humility before nature, and tales whispered by the rippling waves. Loch Ness isn't just a lake. It's a symbol where nature and legend blend into a destination that feels both real and dreamlike. You don't come just to see it, you come to feel it. Welcome to the Yorkshire Dales, one of the most beautiful countryside regions in England. With green valleys, limestone hills, and timeless villages, it's not just a place to see, it's a place to breathe, slow down, and truly feel nature. Wensleydale is famous for its traditional cheese, but its true charm lies in its endless pastures, dry stone walls, and sunlight breaking through the clouds. This is England in its most classic pastoral form. Scattered through the Dales are stone villages, peaceful, timeless, and nearly unchanged for centuries. As you walk the cobbled paths, you'll hear birds, brooks, and perhaps the whisper of history. Malham Cove is a towering 80-meter limestone cliff, once home to a glacial waterfall. Standing at its base, you feel small, humbled, and in awe of this natural cathedral carved by time and ice. The Yorkshire Dales is a walker's paradise. Trails wind through forests, over grassy hills, past waterfalls, each step inviting you back to yourself, away from city noise and into stillness. When you leave the Yorkshire Dales, you don't just take photos, you take peace. It feels like stepping out of another time, where nature, people, and quiet coexist in perfect harmony. Welcome to Bath, the only city in the UK where the entire place is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. From Roman ruins to golden limestone buildings, every corner breathes elegance and timeless charm. Over 2,000 years ago, the Romans built bathhouses here to harness the natural hot springs. Even today, you can feel the steam rising, hear the water flowing, as if touching history itself. The Royal Crescent, built in the 18th century, is a perfect semicircle of Georgian townhouses. Each home is a piece of history. Together, they give Bath its noble, refined character. Spanning the River Avon Pulteney Bridge is one of the few bridges with shops on both sides. Walking across it, hearing the water below, and browsing the quaint stores, it feels like stepping into a painting. With its soaring stained glass windows and fan-vaulted ceilings, Bath Abbey is the spiritual heart of the city. Thermy Bath Spa is the only place in the UK where you can soak in natural hot springs. From the rooftop pool, you can view the whole city, a blend of modern relaxation and ancient tradition. Bath is more than its monuments. It's a place of cafes, street musicians, and an unusually calming atmosphere. It's where you slow down and let your heart breathe. Leaving Bath, you take more than photos. You take a sense of elegance, a gentle stillness, and a quiet promise to return again someday. Welcome to Bath, the only city in the UK where the entire place is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. From Roman ruins to golden limestone buildings, every corner breathes elegance and timeless charm. Over 2,000 years ago, the Romans built bathhouses here to harness the natural hot springs. Even today, you can feel the steam rising, hear the water flowing, as if touching history itself. The Royal Crescent, built in the 18th century, is a perfect semicircle of Georgian townhouses. Each home is a piece of history. Together, they give Bath its noble, refined character. Spanning the River Avon, Pulteney Bridge is one of the few bridges with shops on both sides. Walking across it, hearing the water below, and browsing the quaint stores, it feels like stepping into a painting. With its soaring, stained glass windows and fan-vaulted ceilings, Bath Abbey is the spiritual heart of the city. As sunlight filters through, a quiet, sacred peace fills the air. Thermy Bath Spa is the only place in the UK where you can soak in natural hot springs. From the rooftop pool, you can view the whole city, a blend of modern relaxation and ancient tradition. Bath is more than its monuments. It's a place of cafes, street musicians, and an unusually calming atmosphere. It's where you slow down and let your heart breathe. Leaving Bath, you take more than photos. You take a sense of elegance, a gentle stillness, and a quiet promise to return again someday. Welcome to Snowdonia, the wild heart of Wales. It's not just a national park, but a land of misty mountains, ancient legends, and untamed beauty. Mount Snowdon is the highest peak in Wales. Whether you hike or take the train, reaching the summit reveals a breathtaking panorama, a moment that stays with you forever. Nestled at the foot of the mountain lies Llyn Llador, a crystal-clear lake reflecting sky and stone. It's so still, it feels like stepping into a painting. The Llanberis Path is one of the most scenic routes to Snowdon. Every step feels like a story, every turn a new view that moves your heart. Welsh legend says the red dragon, a national symbol, rests in Snowdonia. Myths blend with the mountains, giving the land a magical, timeless soul. Bedgelert is a picture-perfect village nestled beside forests and a winding stream. Here, the peace of Snowdonia seeps into every breath you take. Snowdonia isn't just a destination, it's a journey. Every trail brings you closer to nature, to your own thoughts, and to something truly real. Leaving Snowdonia, you take with you not just the mountain views, but a sense of peace, majesty, and myth quietly settling into your soul. Our journey may be over, but the places you've seen, the mountains, the streets, the villages, they linger gently in your memory. The beauty of the UK lies not only in the landscapes, but in the stories behind every stone wall, every bridge, and every flowing river. You're not just a viewer, you're part of this journey. Every imagined step, every remembered place becomes a piece of the memory we share. What touched you most in this journey? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit subscribe to keep traveling with us. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye, but not the end. Every stop is a new beginning. See you in the next destination.